Welcome to another Teddy Bear the Miniature Horse update. What are you doing? Teddy is in an especially affectionate mood today. Yes, you are. Go eat your breakfast. He'd rather have me pet him than eat his breakfast. Here, go on, eat your breakfast, buddy. No? Nope, he would rather be pet than eat. This horse is very affectionate. Anyway, welcome to another update. It's a beautiful day today. Very warm, ridiculously warm for February. And Teddy is just finishing up his breakfast. He was in a especially affectionate mood today. He kept coming over to me instead of eating. I don't know what's up. Teddy. Hey, Teddy. Teddy. He's busy eating now. Anyway, I think it's finally dried up enough. We had so much rain the past few weeks. But I think the arena at least is dried up enough that I may try hitching Teddy up to the cart and driving him a little myself in our arena. Let's see how that goes. I thought I would add this in before I start working with Teddy. I like to take him out on a lead. When I put the halter and lead on him, I'll take him out. It's winter time. There's a little bit of green grass. He smells that. So why not give him a little treat before we get started? Put him in a nice, good frame of mind. I'm very relaxed with my working with Teddy. And I saw this green grass and I thought, boy, if I was a horse and I had to walk by that, I'd sure like a bite. But I do not let him just eat because he wants to eat. Whoops, almost dropped my camera. Now, as you'll see, there's green grass right over there. But he is not to eat it. He knows not to eat it. Stand. What a good boy. And he's looking to me. Stand. Teddy. Teddy. Treats. As soon as I say treats, he will drop his head and eat. And that's how I have him trained. He is not allowed to drag me around when I'm leading him. He is not allowed to go yanking and pulling down to try to eat grass when I'm leading him. But if I see a patch of grass, I will tell him to stand. He'll stand still, and then I tell him treats, and he'll lower his head and eat it. There's a nice... Wow, look at that nice grass for him. Go get that, Teddy. You see the nice green grass? Yeah, he sees it. He sees it. Anyway, that's what I do with him before I start working with him. I take him for a little walk. We have a little talk. I'll lunge him a little bit sometimes out in the field, maybe for 5 minutes. And just let him relax a bit. And then I take him in and give him a good grooming, and I'll hitch him up. I wanted to mention one more thing. If you have a horse that when you go out to catch them, to ride them, or do something with them, and they walk away, nice thing to do is just go out, see your horse, catch him and take him for a walk. Let him eat a little bit of grass like I was, where you decide when he or she is going to eat. It really helps them if you don't always catch them just to do something with them with working. It just helps them not to be so sour. For those who are new to my channel, this is my easy entry cart. This is the cart I use when I take Salem driving, and the cart that I'm using with Teddy as we're just starting out. And Teddy will be 3 in April. He's just starting to pull this little cart. I started training him for driving last year this time. I have done a lot of ground driving. I still do mostly ground driving, which for those again who are new to driving, ground driving is when you are driving your horse without a cart. You're walking behind your horse, and you get them. I can take him in all different places and situations to get him really used to a lot of different sights and sounds. But this is my excuse me, my easy entry cart. For those, again, this is very basic for those who know nothing of driving. These are the shafts that attach to the harness, part of the harness. And this is called the spring tree. As you can see, it has a little bit of flexibility to it. And this in the front, you don't have to have, that's the dash. I have a wooden dash. You don't have to have a wooden dash, I meant to say. But that was meant for if you were driving, particularly in earlier time periods, people drove everywhere with their horses. And it was, if it was muddy out, it was to keep the mud from flinging up onto your clothing. And of course, this is the seat. I have a really nice seat on my cart. It's probably over a foot wide this way, and it's very, very soft and cushiony, and I have a nice back on my cart. This over here is the whip holder. The whip is used not to whip the horse, but to use as aids, for aids. And to start off with him and not using the whip when I'm driving Teddy, I'm just taking things very, very slowly. When I drive him today, I will be driving, and this is our small arena. It's our only arena, actually. But you can see there are still some footholds in it. Sometimes I let our horses graze in here. It's not muddy though, the footing is pretty good, but I'll be taking Teddy in here and hitching him up and taking him in here. And I've mostly I've mostly driven him while in the cart with my husband leading. And I did it once for a short period solo without my husband leading. Today I'm going to try to do a little bit more. We'll see how he does. We haven't done a lot lately just because the weather has been so mucky and rainy, but it is much more dried up than it was last week, as you can see. So let me go get Teddy. My voice wasn't carrying very well in the video because my husband was pretty far away from where I was driving, so I decided to do a voiceover on this video section. And you can see Teddy, he's trying to figure it out. He's still very, very new to all this, but he's doing very well. He's got a natural head carriage of a Western country pleasure driving horse, very similar to Salem. Although Teddy's a good bit bigger than our other two minis. He is taller and longer. He is a good 38 inches. He's just at the limit for a miniature horse. He's the larger type of miniature horse. And the cart itself is a little bit too small for him. It's a little bit too short and a little bit too... it needs to be up a little bit higher, but I can't afford another cart right now, so this one will have to do. And I'm not driving him all that much. I'm just introducing him to this slowly so he builds up his muscles. I'm not very heavy, but I'm just doing a little bit of walking. But he's doing very well. And you'll notice that I'm allowing him to walk just very slowly. He's thinking. He's trying to figure this out. It's different from ground driving. He's pulling some weight. He's pulled a little bit of weight before, but it's still very different. He has to get used to the feel of everything. But I think he's doing wonderful. Good job, Teddy. One more thing you can notice, he's very relaxed. His carriage, again, of his head is very low and relaxed. He's just plodding along. I'm very happy about that too. And here I'm telling Teddy what a good boy he is. I think Teddy did a great job. I'm very pleased with his progress. We haven't been able to do much because of the weather lately. And of course, you know, he's very young. He's only 2.5. And I'm just slowly introducing him to pulling some weight. And I don't weigh terribly much. And my cart is very, very well balanced. It's a really well-made cart. And he's just meandering around here. No, we're not going to go chase cats today, Teddy. Hold on a minute. I want to get him on the other side here. I haven't worked with him much. I haven't been able to work with him much because of the weather for the last few weeks. And I only drove him very, very briefly in the cart once without my husband walking alongside. So This was a very new experience for both Teddy and myself, but he's doing really well. He'll be 3 in April. And for those of you who have followed our journey since last year when I first started training him to drive, he's come a long way. And some of you have been with me from the very beginning when we first got him at 4 months of age. So he's coming along very, very nicely. I'm really enjoying my time with him. Hope you have a great week. I'll see you at our next update. Bye for now.